Please be seated. Members of the class of 2022, family, friends, distinguished guests, Trustee Chuchi, on behalf of the faculty and staff, welcome to the University of Toledo College of Law commencement ceremony. This is my 7th commencement as Dean of the College of Law. This graduating class has had a very different experience than many of your predecessors. When I told some of you in my property class in March 2020 that I didn't think we would be coming back in person after spring break, I didn't think that it would take us 2 years to get back to some semblance of normalcy. Given what we have all been through, I am especially happy to be with you in person today. Graduation from law school is a tremendous achievement in any year. For the class of 2022, you have shown tremendous resilience in the face of the greatest public health crisis of our lifetimes. The past 2 years have been incredibly hard for all of us. Commencement is always a celebration of not only the achievements of the graduating class, but also a celebration of the parents, grandparents, spouses, children, siblings, and other family and friends who have supported our graduates throughout their law school journey. This year especially, we have all needed the support of our community. Today is also a celebration for the faculty and staff who have been with graduates every step of the way. They are very proud of your accomplishments, and we all know the tremendous amount of hard work that went into the degree that you are earning today. We know the countless hours that you spent reading, writing, studying, and thinking about the law. When you started your first year, we told you that law school would change how you think, and in a sense, change who you are. Now, several years later, I hope that you can appreciate how true that was. You came in as law students, and now you leave as lawyers. Earning a law degree is no easy task. To have done it under especially challenging circumstances is an even greater accomplishment than usual. Congratulations. I'm incredibly happy and proud to be part of this great law school. One of the great privileges of being dean is having the opportunity to give some advice to the graduating class. Many of the points I will make, unsurprisingly, echo the ones that I made when we first met at orientation. I encourage you to be ambitious. Ambition is a great thing. Set your sights high and work hard. Having a law degree will open many doors for you. Take advantage of the opportunities as they present themselves. But also, define your own success. Be ambitious in achieving goals that you set for yourself, not goals that others may expect of you. At the end of the day, after all, this is your career, not somebody else's. And always look after your well-being and the well-being of those closest to you. My wish for all of you is that you have a successful career full of professional achievements that you can be proud of, and also lead a happy and fulfilling life. I also wish for you that you look back at the COVID pandemic later in life and can say that is the single most challenging thing that you have lived through. As a professional, always act with integrity and look after your professional reputation. We talked about this at orientation, and it's worth revisiting now. I cannot emphasize enough how much your reputation will matter for your career. I practice law in New York City, one of the largest legal communities in the world. And even in New York, people's reputations, good or bad, spread widely and quickly. In smaller legal communities, reputation is even more important. Here in Toledo, many people talk about the Toledo way of practicing law. One of the core tenets of the Toledo way is that you can be a vigorous advocate for your client without being unpleasant about it. Your adversary in one case may very well be someone who refers a client to you down the road. So treat your adversaries with respect. More broadly, treat everyone with respect. And always try to be your best self. If you do, you will have a happier and more successful career. Being a lawyer gives you great power. It's a privilege to be a lawyer, and that privilege brings with it an obligation to serve the public and the profession. There are many ways to serve the public, but please work hard to find the time to provide legal services to those who cannot otherwise afford them. Law touches everything in our society, and you can have a tremendous impact on the lives of your client. You've worked incredibly hard to earn your Juris Doctor degree, but remember that you are not done. I hate to raise it on a day focused on achievement and celebration, but you need to keep your focus on the bar exam. It will be hard, but I can assure you that we will continue to be there to help you every step of the way. We'll stay in touch throughout the summer, and we will connect each of you with a faculty mentor who will help support you as you prepare for the bar exam. Keep working hard, and I'm confident that you will all do well. For those of you in the audience who have supported these graduates throughout their years of law school, know that they continue to need your support as they prepare for the bar exam and clear the last hurdle on their path to being licensed attorneys. That said, let's not lose sight of why we are here. Congratulations. Through a lot of hard work, you've earned a professional doctorate. That's a big deal and something that very few people in our society achieve. You should be very proud. Now, to bring you official words of welcome from the student body, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Aaron Hill, immediate past president of the Student Bar Association. Mr. Hill.
All right. Hello, and welcome all to this momentous day. Today is an exciting day. The first reason being that my peers and I are graduating, and the second, and this is an inside joke between me and my classmates, that I made it here on time. Thank you. So as I was thinking about what to say to you all today, I couldn't write down the right words. In a more characteristic fashion, I planned on giving these remarks off the cuff and hoping for the best. But the people sitting behind me told me that wasn't going to work. So in lieu of that, I hope I can tell you all a story that I think can help put imagery to our time together at law school. During my first year, like most law students, I was dreading the day of my first cold call, and when I would get randomly called on by one of our professors. Well, my experience was quite unique. Right before property class, I had gotten 2 big muffins for breakfast. These muffins were about the size of my hand, and I had figured I had time to eat them in the middle of class. Well, I was very wrong. While in class, mid-bite on one of these muffins, my professor, our dean, Benjamin Barrows, decides that was the opportune time to call me. At that moment, I brazenly chewed through that muffin, almost choking to death, by the way, and proceeded to hold my index finger to our esteemed dean, signaling him to wait while I chewed. Then, in the first breath after swallowing, I answered his question. After answering correctly, and thinking that our dean's tirade had ended, I proceeded to take another bite of that muffin. And lo and behold, at that same instance, was called again for a question with muffin in my mouth. As in the words of Professor Chafee, the takeaways from this story is that our law school experience can be summarized as us all trying to scarf down a very large muffin. We, over the course of our journey, have been under pressure to perform exceptionally well while also trying to swallow the challenges that have been in our way. Over the course of our law school journey, we learned in 1 semester how to be law students, forced how to learn how to do law school online, spent a year attending the Zoom School of Law, came back and relearned how to be law students in person again, led student organizations in which we were never taught how to run, oh, and yeah, survived a teeny-weeny thing called a worldwide pandemic. So, in the small list, I have only detailed some of the crumbs of this muffin you had to get through during law school. I'm excluding some of the personal, financial, emotional, and mental challenges you all faced during this time. But regardless, you tackled them all. We, as a class, faced this journey with such tenacity, such resilience, and such grace that it's impossible for me to believe that I stand with you all today. Next, I would extend these same compliments to your family and friends. Through their support, the muffin became a little easier to chew. Furthermore, our renowned professors were also on this journey with us. They used their unique styles and techniques to add their own flavors to this muffin called law school, so that along the way we had a much more enjoyable ride. In conclusion, before we go our separate ways, in which we will tackle new muffins, such as the bar exam, life, and heaven knows what else, remember these days. During these 3 years, you proved beyond a reasonable doubt you are capable of extraordinary things, and that there is a challenge ahead of you. You have proven you can adapt, you can persevere, and that you can thrive in the face of adversity. And if you ever feel discouraged in the future about the path you are on, always remember what you did here. Take each challenge day by day, with one muffin bite at a time, and I promise, just like now, you will stand on your own summit of greatness. Best wishes to you all in all your endeavors, and thank you for letting me be your president. Congratulations. All right. Now, I have one last executive order, if you will, that you need all to follow before I leave this podium. At the end of this last spiel, I need you to give a thunderous amount of applause. Can y'all do that for me? Great. Each year, graduating students vote for one professor to receive the Outstanding Faculty Award. The Outstanding Faculty Award serves to be one of the ultimate compliments a graduating class can give a professor before it seeks to acknowledge the recipient for all they have done for that particular class and present them with bragging rights for the next year. Therefore, with our final whispers in the hallways of Toledo Law, this year's class, by popular vote, has selected their outstanding professor. And by how I describe this person, I most likely will give it away, but before I say their name, but here we go. This professor is well known for their enthusiastic teaching style in the classroom. It is a result of this professor that some of our COVID classes did not make us want to fall asleep. It is in the words of one of our classmates, this professor goes above and beyond to make our class discussions engaging. They are really a wonderful person and truly deserves this recognition for all their dedication to their role as a professor. Furthermore, this professor has been the backbone of the environmental law classes. So much, in fact, that without their expertise and knowledge, we would never have an environmental law concentration at Toledo Law. Finally, even as our class leaves this marvelous institution, so do they. At their retirement party, one of the saddest thoughts that were brought up that I remember is because this professor was only able to teach our class in upper-level courses. Some of us never had the chance to meet him. But to those who missed out, let me briefly describe what you missed. Random songs, corny puns, and the occasional fancy hat. But nevertheless, please join me in giving a round of thunderous applause to the inventor of the Chevron two-step dance, my fellow Pitt Panther, the uncopyable, the irreplaceable, Professor Kilbert. I think we do a photo.
So sure. So this was, they didn't tell me about this. And so this is really lovely, I have to say. And I'm just going to make this very quick before somebody asks for a recount back here onto it. So I'm going to have opportunity to talk in a few minutes about the faculty welcome. So I'll just keep this very short. All right. Mark, could you hand me my hat? Is that two things that I am often known for as props, right? And so the idea, I want to make one more special appearance, all right? And just go off with the Chevron two-step, all right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. To give the faculty welcome, it is my pleasure to introduce Professor Ken Kilbert. Professor Kilbert will be retiring from the College of Law this year. He's a graduate of Bethany College and received his JD from the University of Pittsburgh. He joined our faculty in 2006 after more than 20 years of private practice, where he focused primarily on environmental litigation. During his time here, he led our highly successful annual Great Lakes Water Conference, bringing together leaders in law, science, and policy to discuss important issues like the impact of climate change, harmful algal blooms, toxic chemicals, fracking, invasive species, and other environmental issues on the Great Lakes. He also served as our Associate Dean of Academic Affairs from 2012 to 2015. In the words of one of our students in their vote for him for Outstanding Professor, Professor Kilbert is one of the most kind, engaging, and influential professors I've ever met. He challenges students, makes class entertaining, and is always available to meet and support a student in any way, shape, or form. His kindness is infectious, and his passion for learning is inherent in the way he conducts the classroom. He will be missed next year. I can add that I personally will miss his leadership, collegiality, good humor, and amazing auctioneering at our annual PILA auction. Professor Kilbert.
Thank you, Dean Barris, and thank you, Aaron, on behalf of this award. It really is an honor to be here today to give the faculty welcome. Okay, so everyone, let's turn to the first case today. It's on page 205. Wrong notes, sorry. Okay, so on behalf of the Toledo Law faculty, I'm honored to welcome you all to commencement today, which is perhaps the most joyous day on the law school calendar. And it's wonderful to see so many people here today, friends and relatives of the graduates, especially the moms on Mother's Day, yay, shout out for that, members of the administration, distinguished guests, etc. But I want to focus my brief remarks today on the graduates. My faculty colleagues and I truly enjoyed teaching you over the past 3 or so years, but we also really admire you. I dare say you have had a unique law school experience, and you've shown amazing perseverance, resiliency, and adaptability. Most of you started law school in 2019, or as I like to call it, 1 year BC, before COVID. Of course, like all first-year students, it took you some time to adjust to law school, but you did. And by the time the calendar turned to 2020, you pretty much had the hang of this law school thing. But then midway through the spring semester, boom, right? COVID-19 hits, and with it, an immediate transition to 100% online classes. Suddenly, all of your professors were just 2 inches tall on that computer screen, but you rolled with it, you adapted, and you persevered. And then for the next 2 years, it was one challenge after another that you had to overcome, both inside and outside of law school, from masks and Zoom etiquette to quarantines and illnesses. So in addition to your JD degrees, I think you all have earned PhDs in perseverance, adaptability, and resiliency. And those traits will be really valuable to you post-law school. Your professional careers are unlikely to be a straight line. You're most likely not going to stay in one job for your entire career. You're going to have to change jobs, and you're going to have to adapt. And even if you were to stay in the same job for a long time, you're still going to have to adapt. Take technology. I'm old enough to remember that when I started practicing law, the secretaries were using typewriters and carbon paper. And if you wanted to instant message someone, you sent them a telegram. Then came photocopies, faxes, and Federal Express, and then computers, emails, and cell phones, and then texts, social media, and God help us, tweets. All right? Not all lawyers adapted well to these changes, but those who did tended to be successful. I don't know what technology developments are around the corner. I'm rooting for teleportation like on Star Trek, you know, beam me up, Scotty, kind of thing. But no doubt you will be able to adapt well to them. Now, this is supposed to be a faculty welcome, but of course it's a goodbye as well. You're leaving the halls of Toledo Law behind, and all of us on the faculty are looking forward to hearing about the great things you're going to be doing with your life after law school. But I personally feel kind of a special bond with this graduating class because I'm leaving Toledo Law with you together. All right? I'm retiring this year from the faculty, and it's been a true honor, privilege, and joy to be one of your professors. But although we're leaving the law school, we'll always carry a bit of Toledo Law with us, not just as lines on the resumes, but the experiences we've had, the memories we've created, and the friends we've made. So congratulations, class of 2022, and good luck on what promises to be a great future for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kilbert. We wish you a very happy and healthy retirement, and we will miss you very much. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Bridget Schultz and Mr. Daniel Roy, this year's valedictorians. We have 2 valedictorians this year because they are tied with 4.0 GPAs. I don't need to tell you how hard it is to get a 4.0 in law school. It hasn't happened since I've been dean, and it happened twice this year. Congratulations to both of you on this spectacular achievement. We will hear first from Bridget and then from Dan. Let's see. Here, come on over here.
Congratulations, everyone. Each person sitting here today should be so proud of themselves for how much you have learned and achieved during your time in law school. Graduating law school is a huge goal to have met and a major life achievement, no matter how you finished, how long it took you, or where you are at in life. Everyone has conquered a major challenge, and all your late nights and missing out on other things you could have been doing just to study have now paid off. Your dedication and perseverance over these past few years have all been worth it. Going to law school is difficult enough on its own, and we did half of it online during a pandemic. While this experience was not ideal and we missed out on many events, I enjoyed all the time I got to spend getting to know each of you and all the things we were still able to do. I am so grateful for all the fantastic people I consider great friends now, and for all the professors who made class and studying less difficult. You are each so extremely talented and intelligent. I know each person here will go into the world to make a lasting impact no matter what position you end up in. Know that this is only the beginning and it only goes up from here. I'm so excited to see all the amazing things everyone achieves in the future. You have accomplished so much already, but do not let the momentum stop now. I hope to stay in touch and know anyone from UT Law is always someone you can reach out to. I am so thankful for my families, my boyfriends, and my friends' support that I have had along the way. I absolutely could not have done it without them. On behalf of all the students graduating here today, I would like to thank anyone who's a support system, especially during finals, because all your encouragement and understanding really makes a difference and helps getting through law school possible. Again, congratulations to everyone, and good luck in the future.
It's so awesome to see all the classmates I started with back in 2019, as well as some 2020 spring starts and 2018 night students who worked really hard to get here on an irregular time frame. It's great to see you all sitting here in front of me. It would be almost impossible to understate how difficult our law school experience has been. The pandemic fundamentally changed everything about the education we received. Law school is challenging enough without having to stare at a computer screen for 7 hours a day. But we all know it was a lot more than just the class format. There were people and pets at home to take care of, countless distractions, technical issues, and the persistent risk of ourselves and our loved ones getting ill. It would have been easy to resign ourselves to doing the bare minimum, but we did more than that. We thrived. I've seen all of you do so many great things. Law review, moot court, mock trial, all of the interesting events put on by the different student organizations. We made the best of the hand that we were dealt, and I think that's a really significant accomplishment. We wouldn't be here today without the staff at the law school, and I'd like to thank them first. We have knowledgeable professors who truly care about their students, and as someone who was a face in a crowd at a massive public undergraduate school, the personal connections I was able to establish with my instructors were incredibly meaningful and motivated me to succeed every day. The second group of people we need to thank, most of them are in this room as well. Our parents, our siblings, our children, our significant others and spouses, our dogs and cats and bunnies and birds. No one can do law school alone, and I thank you all for the crucial support you provided us. I am really excited to see what our class can go out and do in the legal world. As lawyers, we have the ability to work closely with the rules and regulations that guide almost every facet of our society. Because of this, I believe that we are in a prime position to help others and make positive societal changes with our work. I would challenge each of you, whatever your current career goals are, to find ways to improve society and use your law degree to fight for issues you care about. I'll be fighting for a woman's right to choose. Congratulations, everyone, and good luck on the bar.
Thank you, Bridget and Dan. Congratulations again. It is now my pleasure to welcome today's featured speaker, Kelly Goldstein. Kelly worked in private practice at Snell and Wilmer's Phoenix office for over 14 years, including over 6 years as a partner at the firm. At Snell and Wilmer, Kelly was a commercial litigator with a member of the firm's critical motions and appeals group, where she represented clients at all levels of trial and appeal, including before the Arizona Supreme Court and the United States Supreme Court. Kelly recently transitioned to a new position as bar counsel for the State Bar of Arizona. Kelly has had numerous positions with the American Bar Association's section on litigation, including co-chair of the Commercial and Business Litigation Committee, taught professional responsibility at Arizona State University Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law, and co-chaired the 2019 Arizona State Bar Convention. Kelly has been recognized by the Best Lawyers in America and Southwest Super Lawyers. Kelly was the valedictorian of her law graduating class and served as editor-in-chief of the University of Toledo Law Review. Please join me in welcoming Kelly Goldstein.
Thank you, Dean Barros. Thank you to all of the deans and the faculty and the trustees of the College of Law. It is a tremendous honor to be here. And congratulations, graduates, on this fantastic achievement. Based on the excellent speeches we've had from your classmates today, I can see you must be quite an impressive group. FYI, I did not have a 4.0 when I graduated. There was a time in my life when I thought that I wouldn't even get into law school, much less graduate. 25 years ago, I graduated college in such a state of misery that I didn't even attend my graduation ceremony. I lost my mother to cancer after my freshman year. I had to transfer to a cheaper school. I was tending bar full-time and taking extra classes so I could graduate in 7 semesters because I didn't think I could afford an 8th. Trying to figure out how to pay for college had been such a challenge for me that I never really believed that I would graduate until I did. Although I had wanted to be a lawyer since I was 8 years old, had majored in political science, and had a pre-law advisor, I didn't even apply to law school. I had tanked my grades so royally after my mother's death that I was convinced no law school would accept me. But I was the only person in my immediate family who even went on to college, so I thought I was lucky just to have a bachelor's degree. 7 years later, I was arguing before the Freedom of Information Commission in Connecticut, and I realized how desperately I wanted to be a lawyer. That feeling was not going to go away. All those years, I thought that by not even applying to law school, I was protecting myself from failure. But I wasn't protecting myself from failure. I was guaranteeing it. So I stopped being a coward, and I applied to law school. As a lesson in how much we can underestimate ourselves, 5 of the 6 law schools I applied to accepted me. 3 offered me scholarships. Fortunately, I was smart enough by that time that I chose Toledo. I came to law school with the fervor of a kid going to Disneyland. Absolutely everything was exciting to me. You'd be very hard-pressed to find any student who was involved in more activities than I was. And my excitement at that point had almost nothing to do with any dreams about a future career. I was just so happy to be here and for the opportunity to get a degree. 15 years ago, I did. I was not quite as giddy and exuberant by that time, mostly because I was pretty exhausted. But knowing that I was graduating and about to start a career that I had dreamed about since I was a little girl is one of the best feelings that I have ever had. I hope you all feel that way today. Now is a great time to be graduating from law school. The world has certainly had its challenges for the last couple years, but the legal market is very strong. I'm not going to tell you that practicing law is like going to Disneyland. It is not. But the work is fascinating and challenging, and you can and often will have a major impact in the lives of the people and the organizations that you serve. Because the work we do is so important, and because lawyers tend to be overachievers and perfectionists, it can be very stressful. So how do we, as legal professionals, succeed while also finding balance and fulfillment? After watching my mother lose her battle to cancer at only 39 years old, and after wasting 7 years of my life being too scared to pursue my dreams, it has been my goal since law school to live a life that I am both proud of and excited about, so that I do not have any more regrets. And because I want each of you to live lives that you are proud of and excited about, I thought I would share with you the 5 tips that I believe have been most instrumental in achieving those goals. First, do not commit to anything that you are not sure that you can do. I cannot overstate the importance of this point, both to your success and to your mental health. You do not want the stress of having to explain to somebody why you dropped the ball or wondering if and how you can avoid telling them. The beauty of this tip is that it takes only self-awareness and a tiny bit of confidence, and by doing it, you will distinguish yourself. I fully believe that one of the ways I most distinguish myself as a young lawyer is by being reliable. And that is the quality that I look for most in others. Although it might seem hard to say no or to admit to somebody that you might need some help, that minor discomfort is monumentally better for everyone than committing and failing to follow through. Second, speak up. Life is so much better and happier when people say what they need to say. Of course, I suggest that you do it calmly and professionally, but always speak up when something is important. As lawyers, our fundamental duty is to protect others, even when they need protection from themselves. And you deserve protection too. And clients and employers are going to be paying you for your advice, so give it to them. Do not assume that the people you are working with automatically know everything that you are going to say. Even if they are wildly more experienced than you are, they don't know everything. Or they may just need a fresh or more objective perspective. People are not always going to agree with you, and that is fine. When you speak up, people know that they can trust you and your advice. And if bad things are going to happen, do not let it be because of a misunderstanding or because you are scared. Truthfully, I have always kind of spoken up even when maybe it wasn't that important, but I'd like to err on the side of being open and honest, and I have never regretted it, nor has anyone tried to make me regret it. In fact, the times when I've been the most terrified to speak up ultimately became the times I was most grateful that I did so. Third, care about what other people say only if you think that they have made a valid point. If you don't, ignore it. You are not going to please everyone, and there are going to be some people that you don't want to please. Do what you think is right. But sometimes criticism will be valid. If you made a mistake, fix it. If you can't fix it, learn from it. But do not beat yourself up about it. Address it the best you can and move on. Fourth, know what your priorities are. Your life is going to get very hectic. Relationships with friends and family, your physical health, and your mental health will suffer if you do not make concerted efforts to prioritize them. If you need to, schedule that time for your kids' school play or that hour at the gym like it's a client meeting. Block it off on your calendar. Remember everybody's birthdays. Always attend events that are important to your friends and your family. If you truly cannot do so, at least send a card or a gift. Schedule vacations and outings well in advance if necessary to make sure that you get them in. If something comes up, move that something or work around it. I have taken at least 2 vacations a year for the entire duration of my legal career. I have never canceled a vacation, and no client or colleague has ever asked me to do so. I do care about my clients and my colleagues, very much so, and I understand my obligations to them. But it's really only in the rarest of circumstances that someone won't be able to survive a few days or a week without you. And you will know when those circumstances arise. If a client or a colleague pressures you or expects you to brush aside your personal life simply for their convenience, they fall into that category of people that you don't need to please. I worked at a large law firm for over 14 years, sometimes for massive clients, sometimes for individuals. Not only did everyone survive my occasional absences, but it was the senior partners at the firm who were most supportive of me taking them. Fifth, do not let life happen to you. Live the life that you want to live. Every step in my career has been a considered and deliberate choice. I have not waited for opportunities to come to me, nor have I let myself be pressured or guilted into pursuing a path that I did not want to choose. My daughter is the only other person whose interests I've prioritized above my own. On days when I am stressed, the thing that is most helpful to me is knowing and reminding myself that I'm exactly where I want to be. And if I don't want to be there anymore, I don't have to be. Change can be hard, but as someone who went back to law school at 28 years old with a husband and a 5-year-old daughter and moved 3 states to do it, I can tell you change is possible. The last 15 years have not been perfect, but I can honestly say that I have enjoyed them tremendously, and there's no significant decision that I would do differently. And that is what I want and hope for each of you. It is not always easy to know what you want, not at all. And others will not always want the same things that you want. But never stop trying to figure out what is best for you in your circumstances. And when you know, don't think or let anybody else tell you that it's wrong or that you don't deserve it, because you absolutely do. So again, a huge congratulations to all of you. You deserve all of the happiness you feel right now and more. I wish you all a lifetime of whatever success means to you.
Thank you, Kelly. Before we present hoods, confer degrees, and award diplomas to the graduating class, I would like to introduce the member of the Board of Trustees who is with us today. Steve Ciucci was appointed to the University of Toledo Board of Trustees by Governor John Kasich in September 2018. In May 2019, Trustee Ciucci retired as President and CEO of Toledo Molding and Die Incorporated, a Tier 1 automotive supplier and interior air fluid management systems, where he had worked since 1997. Prior to that, he worked for 13 years at Ford Motor Company. We are delighted to have Trustee Ciucci here with us here today. Thank you. We will now present hoods, confer degrees, and award diplomas to the graduating class. I ask Associate Dean Zitlow to come up and Trustee Chuchi, please. So,
you ready? Will candidates for the Juris Doctor and Masters of Studies in Law please stand? Trustee Chuchi, as Associate Dean of the University of Toledo College of Law, it is a privilege to present the candidates for the degrees of Juris Doctor and Master of Studies in Law.
Thank you, Dean Zitlow. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Law and of the University of Toledo, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of the University of Toledo, I now confer upon all of the qualified candidates, including those in absentia, the degrees for which they have met all the requirements, with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives appertaining thereto. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to you for completing your Masters of Study in Law and Juris Doctor degrees.
You may be seated. Before the graduates come forward to give their name cards to Associate Dean Zitlow and receive their hood from me, just a couple things to mention. During your hooding, you will be photographed by the university photographer. Immediately after hooding, please proceed in this direction to pick up your diploma case, and another photographer will be there to take your picture. These photos will be made available to you online. I ask that you hold applause. However, spontaneous outbursts of joy are certainly acceptable. The graduates should now come forward individually to receive their hoods from me. Professors Lamon and Bruce will assist you. So let's get started.
Do I say this? I now call all the members of the class of 2022 who are joining us to the stage. Just stay here. Amina Alaudin. Kara Barshall. Brianna Beecraft. Leanna Brown. Hannah Butler. Adam Stephen Kuntz. Jack Diedrich. Dominique Ditmore. Tanner Lawrence Easley. Molly B. Galvin. Alexandra Marie Grana. Thomas Joseph Grunsky. Lillian E. Harmon. Congratulations. What's that? Okay. Branson Henderson. Austin Richard Hendricks. Sarah Bernadette Hilby. Aaron Delano Hill. Tremaine Hogue. Tara Horton. Corinne Jaslowski. Nathan P. Johnson. Noor Natik Kareem. Aw. You're going to tear me up here. Aaron Kenny. Congratulations. Hannah Joy Kirkendall. Aaron Knieve. Knieve. Michelle Ann Kovac. Marshall Kewick. Tyler Lanch. Chelsea Laporte. Michael William LaValle. Erica Monet Long. Congratulations. Duncan McDonald. Maria McCabe. Sorry. Abigail Elizabeth Grace McCurdy. Madison Mosier. Samantha Ashley Moses. Miles Mall. Andrew Nash. Thank you. Taylor Navin. Ashley Newland. Hannah Jean Novak. Paige M. Ortner. Cassidy Nicole Palumbo. Matthew Stephen Paymer. Morgan Renee Peters. DeKey Phillips. Stephen Petron. Heather Prokopo. Marcus Reed. Jalen Roberts. Kelly Ann Rochelle. Oh no, and no Gigi. Dane Jordan Rogers. Daniel Roy. Gabriela Santos Toscando. Lauren Schaefer. Christian Shesky. Bridget Schultz. Majed Shaibi. Oh. Joshua B. Sherman. Eric D. Simmons. Muhammad Slim. Bethany Stalter. Cecily Stewart. Joseph A. Urinovich. Tyler Wittenmeyer. Catherine Frances Young. Okay. Ryan Young. Yue Zhang. Maria C. Zerbel. Wandine Victoria Webb Williams.
I think now would be a really good time for a really big round of applause. Congratulations. So you all are now graduates, so I would like to invite Patty Kurt, President-elect of the University of Toledo Law Alumni Affiliate, to step to the lectern to welcome our new alumni. Ms. Kurt is a 1982 graduate of the College of Law and leads the family law section of the law firm Spangler Nathanson. She is certified in family relations law by the Ohio State Bar Association and serves as a mediator and a guardian ad litem. Ms. Kurt.
Thank you.
Let me get it to you.
Thank you, Dean, trustees, faculty. It's a great honor to be here. And first, I'd like to say congratulations. It's awesome. Congratulations, graduates. I was here a mere 40 years ago in 1982. Yes, the law school was in existence in 1982. And believe it or not, I was telling Dean Barrows today that we had over 200 graduates. On behalf of the University of Toledo College of Law Alumni Affiliate, I'm pleased to recommend you or welcome you as graduates to your Alumni Association. You know, the funny thing is now, you're not just graduates, you're alumni. In recognition of all of your accomplishments and greatness yet to come, and it is a wonderful journey, I can tell you, we are pleased to present a very special gift to you in the lobby of the College of Law following the commencement. Alumni, all 8,955 alumni of the University of Toledo College of Law, are pleased to present you with diploma frames that each of you may proudly display your degree from our College of Law. The University of Toledo Alumni Association also presents each graduate with a 5-year complimentary membership to the University of Toledo Alumni Association. Yay! Again, congratulations. I encourage you to be an active member in the UT Law Alumni Association. It's a wonderful group of people. And thank you for making a difference, and I look forward to hearing about all of your fantastic contributions in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. At this time, I would like to present a faculty award. The winner of this year's Eisler Award for first-year teaching, as selected by the first-year class, is Professor Eric Chafee. Congratulations, Professor Chafee. It is now my pleasure to give this year's Dean's Award. I first met this student in my first year property course. She has achieved a tremendous amount since then. Among other things, she received a public service commendation, was a Public Interest Law Association Fellow, received the Patrick Burns Memorial Foundation Award as Outstanding Clinic Student, and served as an excellent Master of Ceremonies for the Law Review. Congratulations to this year's Dean's Award winner, Maria Zerbo. Maria, please come on up. Come here, come on. Those of our graduates who have served or are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces are wearing military service cords. Could those of you who have served, are currently serving, or have already committed to serve after graduation, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. All right, we're almost done. We have a couple more things. I'd like the graduates to stand one more time. So you guys, graduates, stand up. So graduates, we have a wonderful group of teachers here at the College of Law. I'd like you to recognize the faculty who guided you through your years at the College of Law. Second, I'd like you to turn around and find your friends and family in the audience and give a round of applause to the people who supported you throughout law school. You may be seated. To you, the members of the class of 2022, we salute your achievements, join in your enthusiasm for the future, and wish you the greatest success and professional fulfillment. I hope you are as proud to be graduates of the College of Law as we are of you. I hope, too, that you will remain connected with the school as we build for the future and work together to keep the College of Law a place of which we can all be proud. Two more quick things. Could we say on three, Happy Mother's Day? So, 1, 2, 3. Happy Mother's Day! And I'd like one last really, really, really loud round of applause for our graduates. Congratulations. This completes our ceremony. The platform party, faculty, and graduate recessional will proceed back out. Graduates, please wait until your row is released. Juris Doctor students should then return your regalia in room 1002 and pick up your diploma frame from the Law Alumni Affiliate in the lobby by the elevator at the College of Law. Thank you for joining us on this important day.